So
Yeah,
Commanders got.
moving on to NFL running backs.
I
So,
mean,
mm,
something that's going the way of the Dan Snyders, right?
yeah, I mean, Melvin Gordon had an interesting quote on the subject. He said it's
Which,
the worst position to play. He said it sucks.
yeah,
Here, I have it saved. I can pull it up.
yeah. I mean, he's right.
Yeah.
No matter how you cut it, because you're asked to do a lot, right? Every time you get the ball, it's probably going to end in a hard hit, right?
Yeah, he says
You're
it's
hitting that.
literally the worst position to play in the NFL right now. It literally sucks.
Right. You get paid the least, you get hit the most and the hardest.
You get treated the
Your
worst.
your career is the shortest. Teams don't value you by the time you're done with your rookie contract, basically,
Yeah,
right?
like look at Dalvin Cook. He isn't even 30 years old, hasn't had a drop off at all.
Right.
And
Coming off 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons.
and they're like, but he's had a lot of
still,
touches. He's gonna fall off eventually.
I
Should we
know.
sign him? But he hasn't
Teams are
shown
just-
any signs.
Teams are not waiting for these guys to slip before saying we're not willing to pay you. They're just assuming you're gonna slip. I'm not paying you.
Mhm.
So it's gonna happen. If it's not this year, it's gonna be next year. So I'm not gonna give you any sort of contract. So I think Dalvin is probably going to find himself in a 1-year deal situation.
Yeah.
Maybe for the rest of his career, maybe he can really go prove it this year and get like a 2-year deal, but I don't think he's gonna ever see
No, you get
any
that
sort of longevity in a
running
contract.
backs get like one decent contract and that's it now.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens with Saquon. Like,
Yeah. Hopefully he can get it, but I mean the odds aren't in his favor.
no.
I think they're probably just going to have to end up scaling running back wages in a unique way.
That is a good idea. I hope that they do. I just don't. I don't know. I
You'd
don't.
almost have to give them a minimum for like
Yeah.
a starting running back. Being like,
Is-
hey, if your guy ends up playing like this percentage of your snaps, you're gonna have to pay him like this much because
Is there a CBA? Is the CBA coming to an end? Are they able to negotiate on that?
I
Uh,
don't
it-
I don't know if
mean,
it's any time soon, and I doubt that they would actually get that through because
Yeah.
the players union,
Yeah. I mean, tight ends will just be like, "Welcome to our lives."
right? Like
You
we'll
know,
put up
like,
wide receiver numbers and not getting
and we have to
half of what
block.
they get. Yeah.
No, it,
So I mean, we've already seen the fullbacks go, right? Running backs, I don't think they're ever going to go. You're always going to have a run game, but we're seeing the
Yeah.
run game get spread out a little more.
yeah, you don't have that guy doing it that
Right.
much anymore. Now it's
Yeah,
those
I
guys.
think you just see it fewer. Like you do have some cases with your Derrick Henrys, your Saquon Barkleys, where you have like one premier running back that you're focusing on. But for the most part, yeah, you've got like split back systems, right? You've got
Yeah.
2 or 3 guys back there that you're relying on. And now it's more prevalent that your quarterback is running. So a lot of your run game is based on your quarterback for
Yeah, I mean, you had
almost.
it was like the Seahawks. They had last year they drafted Kenneth Walker in the second round. He had a big year. Then this year they draft a running back in the second round
right.
because it's like you got to have multiple.
Split it up. You gotta have, you're gonna have to have multiple. It makes sense. And we may get to a point where like running backs may have they're gonna have to start being I think we're gonna see a lot more pass catching backs coming about, right?
Yeah,
And hopefully they can, I don't know, transition to almost not a new role, but
I
well,
think
maybe
we
a new role.
I think
And
we could see more of them staying in college for the NIL money.
that's definitely gonna happen, right?
As long hopefully we'll start seeing that money come in sooner to that position, and maybe the
Could just
NFL
be a
can
trade-off there where like, hey, you're just gonna make a little more of your money in college.
yeah,
And
or
then-
maybe like that maybe on the rookie scale since we do have those the rookie contracts they can find a way to make it like the running backs get they get a bigger pay because that's gonna be
Yeah.
that's gonna be the beef of their
could-
their earnings.
Well, that I think
Could-
I think it'd be really smart if one of these, next big thing running backs that comes out of college tries to gets the right agent and is able to negotiate an incentive heavy contract where they can still pay him like a regular rookie running back, but if I hit these numbers,
Plenty of bonuses.
you're paying me.
Yeah.
That might, you may see a lot of running back contracts work out that way.
Yeah.
So
'cause-
teams will be like, hey, we are willing to pay you if you actually give that productivity to us.
That's one of the most fun
kinda
positions to
sucks
watch.
for the-
Like,
Running backs though.
I love watching a good run game. I know I'm weird, but like growing up as a Chiefs fan, we had a
Everybody-
lot of
everybody
great
likes-
running.
People like good
Running
run. Yeah, I
teams.
mean, yeah, it's boring, but still a lot
Yeah.
of old school fans that
Yeah,
wanna see
man.
some
I just
ground and pound.
growing up watching all those running backs. I mean, I love that position, and
Yeah, dude. Watch your Marcus Allen and Priest Holmes and Jam Chaw.
Jam Chaw. I mean, shit, even Brian Westbrook, Shady, Deuce Staley,
Yeah, if you want
Philly. I
about the
mean, even
Eagles?
Eddie George,
to. Oh,
in the
for
day.
sure.
Marshall
Falk. I
Faulk.
mean, yeah,
Edgerrin
T
James,
having to play against LaDainian Tomlinson twice a year. that
LT. Oh, I love that dude.
Yeah.
So much fun to watch.
um,
Emmett Smith, Clinton Portis.
we can just keep naming.
We could just keep
just
Mike
keep
Allstott.
naming running backs from
Yeah.
from our
Remember some
childhood.
guys.
What's that?
But let's remember some guys.
Yeah.
Let's remember, guys.
I'm just remembering the good old days of the running back
You're
position.
gonna cut all that out. Us just naming guys.
No, that's gonna be like the very opening of it, where that's gonna open with just us naming off running backs, and it's gonna go into
people
the-
falling asleep because the running back position is dead.
it is dead, but it needs to come back to life.
I think my favorite
man,
runner
it's
I've ever
gonna have
watched
to change.
is Adrian
I
Peterson.
saw
Really,
There's-
AP's nice. I loved Eddie George.